Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if you're seeing me for the first time, I'm Explore. And on this channel, I talk about everything travel and relocation. So if this is something you're interested in, then keep watching. In today's video, I'll be talking about how you can move to Canada through the express entry route. A lot of Nigerians want to move abroad, and one of the most popular countries that a lot of people want to move to is Canada. And there are a lot of ways through which you can relocate to Canada, like the study route, the express entry route, and the work route. Relocating through the express entry allows you to live in a country as a permanent resident. And this will require you to apply, and then if approved, you get to live in that country permanently. And remember, if you're a permanent resident, then you are one step closer to becoming a citizen in Canada. In today's video, I'll be breaking down the steps and the processes involved for the Canadian Express Entry application. Before we continue, please hit the subscribe button below, okay? It helps my channel grow and it means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Now let's continue. There are three major routes when it comes to Canadian Express Entry. Number one is the Canadian Experience Class. Number two is the Federal Skilled Workers Program. And number three is the Federal Skilled Trades Program. And the route you want to apply under depends on your specific situation, all right, your exact situation. If you are an international student studying in Canada and you want to apply for a permanent residency in Canada through the express entry route, the Canadian Experience Class is for those who have studied or who are studying or who have completed a degree program in Canada. All right, those who have a qualification, an educational qualification in Canada. What this simply means is that they have the Canadian educational qualification. Number two is the Federal Skilled Workers Program, which is for people who are living abroad or overseas and who are not based in Canada. They are skilled workers and they also have a higher educational qualification, but not from Canada. And number three is the Federal Skilled Trades Program. This one is for those who are trade workers like carpenters, plumbers, hairdressers, nail technicians, tailors, electricians, and all those who work in the trades profession are going to apply under the Federal Skilled Trades Program in the Express Entry system. And if you want to apply for Express Entry, then you will need to create an Express Entry profile in the Canadian Express Entry pool. And the Express Entry pool is a pool of candidates or people that anybody who wants to apply for permanent residency through the Express Entry must enter into. And if you want to enter into the Express Entry pool, there are three documents that you must have to be able to enter into the Express Entry pool. Number one is a valid international passport, and number two is a valid English language proficiency test result. It has to be valid because the English language proficiency test result expires in 2 years, right? It can be your IELTS. IELTS means International English Language Testing System. And the third one is your Educational Credential Assessment. And the most popular one that people use is WES. So for you to enter into the Express Entry pool, you will need these three documents. It is a must that you have to gather these three documents to be able to enter into the Express Entry pool. It's from this pool that IRCC will invite or select candidates to apply for their permanent residency in Canada. And IRCC is the immigration body for Canada. So you need these three documents to be able to enter into the pool and apply, okay? And you can't just enter the pool without these three documents. So if you're planning to embark or start this journey, then kindly keep these things at the back of your mind. Another thing is that you'll be given a score for you to be able to enter into the Express Entry pool. And this score is called the CRS score, which means the Comprehensive Ranking System. And this is because the Express Entry route is point-based. So this score is going to be based on certain conditions. There are certain conditions that you will need to meet, okay, to determine your score, like your work experience, your educational qualifications, your age. Do you have a relative in Canada, like your spouse, your siblings, or even a child in Canada? If you are able to receive a provincial nomination or you are able to secure a job, there are so many other different things that they consider to be able to determine your score. So this score is your score in the Express Entry pool, which is based on the answers you provide to the questions that they will ask you or they are going to ask you. In the Express Entry pool, you'll be ranked with other contenders, all the other contenders in the pool and all the other candidates as well. If your score is high enough, you stand a higher chance of being picked fast. And the more likely it is that you're going to be selected faster, right? You would want to take these things into consideration because you want your score to be as high as possible. Because the higher your score, the more likely it is or the faster you are being selected from the pool. Not just being selected, but the more quickly you're going to be selected from the pool. When you have been selected from the pool, you're going to receive what is called an ITA. ITA means invitation to apply. And when you receive this ITA, it means you're being officially invited by IRCC to apply for your permanent residency. IRCC stands for Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada, which is the Canadian immigration body. After you receive your ITA, you're going to receive a list of documents. This list, you're going to see it on your IRCC portal. This list is a checklist of documents that you will need to submit on your IRCC portal when applying for the permanent residency. And this list includes things like your biometrics reports, your medical report, police reports, and if you are going with children under the age of 18, you will need to provide their birth certificate. If you're married, you also need to provide your marriage certificate. If you claim that you're divorced, you will need to provide your divorce certificate, a death certificate for your spouse if your spouse is late, and then most importantly, you will need to provide your proof of funds, showing a certain amount of money in your bank account for at least 6 months. And the bank statements you're providing will need to show that that money, that is your proof of fund, has been in your account for at least 6 months. The amount of money you provide will depend on the size of your family. If you're going alone, there's a certain amount that you will need to show. And if you're going with your spouse, there's also a certain amount of money that you also need to show. And if you're going with yourself, your spouse, and then a child, the money increases, right? 2 children, the money increases, 3 children, like that, and so on. And that's how the money keeps increasing. So you need to show that amount of money in your bank account and in your bank statement. You need to prove that this money has been in your bank account for 6 months at least, right? I hope you understand. And if you're not clear or you have any questions, please leave it in the comment box and I will definitely reply. And if you've watched this video to this extent, kindly hit the subscribe button below, okay? Thank you so much. So if you're planning to embark on this journey, these are the things you need to have at the back of your mind. All right. So you need to show a bank statement proving that this money has been in your account for at least 6 months. And remember, the higher your family size, the higher this proof of fund. That's this money that needs to be in your account, right? So I'll be leaving the Canadian website link in the description box below. Click on it to read or check out more information on how you can start this process. In my next video, I'll be sharing with you tips or the things you can do to increase your CRS score so you can get picked faster. All right, because nobody wants to spend not even up to 1 year or more in the express entry pool. There are actually things you can do to increase your CRS score and not spend more than 1 year in the express entry pool. And I'll be making a video on that. So watch out for that. Like this video, drop your comments or questions in the comment section, and stay subscribed. Also, let me know what videos you would like to see from me. Thank you for watching. Thank you for encouraging me with your subscriptions. Leave your questions in the comment section below and I will definitely reply. Thank you once again for watching and I will see you in my next video. Bye.